Hi there. I know it's been a minute. And I apologize. My wife's been going through some medical stuff. Breast cancer. She's been in breast cancer treatment since August. Then when I tried to start firing things up, first, I live in South Carolina. When it snows, everything stops. Then, when I'm getting ready to, I'm just sitting along here, and I have this opportunity to buy this place. I've been renting this place for the last 3 years, so I buy this place, and then as soon as, I come to terms on buying it. I actually close in a couple of weeks. But then when I come to terms on it, as soon as we come to terms on it, the week after, my neighbors next door have a fire. They're like 6 feet away from my house, and it didn't last all night. It doesn't really excuse the long absence, because I've had a lot of things going on. Now, if you remember, I went out and got a Henry's X4570. And to get this set up, to get this put together right the way I wanted it, right out of the box, it's already in pretty good shape. But to get it set up the way I wanted it, I took it to Roger Ward.
So you want it maybe here?
Yeah.
Okay, or somewhere in this area, right?
Right.
In that area, right?
At Ace Firearms. If you're not familiar with him, this is what Ace Firearms is.
Ace Firearms is a custom firearm store. We offer a lot of customization in terms of laser engraving, slide milling, slide customization, and we've expanded a great deal to offer Cerakoting, KG gun coat, various coatings of firearms, various customizations of firearms, custom triggers, custom ARs, custom AR-15s, custom AR-10s, and we're continuing to expand into a variety of different features or products that let us grow in the firearms industry. So we're trying to keep up with trends and trying to keep it growing and making it interesting and fun.
And I took it to him, and he put everything together. And now the Henry's 45X is this gentleman right here. Set up to have 3 reloads with 12 rounds on the outside. The magazine holds 4. It does have the Ranger Point Precision Comet compensator, the Ranger Point Precision rail, and the XS Sights rail and ghost ring sight mounted on it. This gun comes with no safety. It is not loaded currently. All the rounds are on the outside. It comes with no safety, so you do have to, there's a couple things you have to do when you're using it, but it's no big deal. Now, to go along with this, Roger Ward and I had kicked around this idea of making a Poly 80 10 millimeter. I'm sure lots of other people have made them. I don't think Roger's ever made one. Roger's daily carry gun is a Glock 20. So he made that, and it took a minute. But he showed it to me when I dropped this off with him. And I picked them up like 6 weeks ago. The problem was they had not been test fired. So had to go back to Roger Ward, because Roger likes to shoot. He likes to take the first shots on anything he puts together. And so he shot it, or he shot them, and then I got to shoot them. Now, as soon as we shot the 10 millimeter, which you notice I don't have in my hands, I turned that gun back over to him because Roger wants to do some things to the trigger and he wants to do some things to the slide. Roger's quite the unsung as far as the way his mechanical mind works. His primary business is hydraulics and electronics. So he can fabricate nearly anything he wants. And within his business, he can build a gun. He can make your holster. He can make your banners. And if you had need for hydraulics and electronics, he can do that too. But that's very much what Ace Firearms is. Now, when I shot this, I noticed a couple things about it. And a lot of the problems that I did have with it are due to operator error. I don't really, that was the first time I'd ever shot a lever gun. You just witnessed it. First things first, that right there, if you're going to run a 4570, that pays for itself. The Ranger Point Precision Comet compensator. This felt a little bit like a 410 shotgun. Not nearly as thumping as I thought it would be. And the 4570 is not exactly a svelte round now, is it? By the way, this quiver, also from Ranger Point Precision. I highly recommend that. This part right here, this little elastic, this was done by a guy that I saw. Who did I see? I saw somebody review the gun, and this was Guns with Scissors did this. So you can have a little card on it. I'm missing one round because I threw one in there to shoot it, because after I shot it, I was like, wow, this is a blast. So then I snatched one more round out and stuck it in there. Now, the problem with a lever gun, or so I'm told, is that everybody likes to slick it up. And I hear some people that talk about, I just sit at the TV and do this all day. And that's great. Except I don't watch TV. So I called my friend Brian Miller, who runs the Wolf Prairie YouTube channel, who is a lever gun expert, and he's a media expert. He's just gotten himself a new gig with Palmetto State Armory, and he recommended Louthen Gunworks. And Louthen Gunworks has you ship the gun to them, and for $100 they will slick up the action. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pay him $100. I'm going to let him slick up the action. And this gun, as far as I can tell, with its 3-round magazine capacity, I think it's legal in all 50 states. I'm never going to go to Hawaii, so I don't have to worry about that. But you get what I'm talking about. This is a gun that this is a gun I'm going to use. When I talked to Mr. Louthen, for example, though, he recommends having one in 357, because you can shoot 38 special out of that as well. Have more rounds in the magazine. It's cheaper to shoot. But that's why I'm sending him to slick it up, because I'm not going to run it and shoot it, because I have a limited amount of 4570 at the moment. So that's this project. The 10 millimeter, I hope to have in my hands again soon, because that is a sweet gun. That gun just shoots like no tomorrow. And next week, I have this opportunity next week. So, here I have a SIG P320. I think it's the X, what do they call it? The X frame. I don't know that much about them. I know they shoot great. The things I like about the SIG, I like the grip angle. I like the one-piece trigger, I aim and I hit where I'm aiming with this gun, which is what you're supposed to do. When I had problems shooting Glocks, I went this way. This gun, and I don't know if you can see it in the light, it is optics ready. And then the other day I came upon this, a Glock 34. Now this one has been modified a little bit. It has an L2D barrel. It has what I believe is an Apex trigger. I cannot tell. The barrel is quite interesting the way it's crowned. They've done a couple of other things. And it has a smiley backplate for those of you who just want to have a good day. This also is optics ready. So next week, we're going to go to C&H Precision, and I'm going to have the same optic put on both guns. And then I'm going to test these two guns against each other. Because I've always been a Glock 34 fan, and now that I've got my mojo back a little bit shooting with Glocks, and I've always been a SIG P320 fan as well, so now that I have this, I think it's going to be interesting to see how well they run against each other. This one has no custom touches that I can tell. This one has a barrel, which, you know, I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make against this, and a upgraded trigger. So we're going to see. But that's the next project coming up. That's what I'm filming next after I get done, you know. And then after that, I've got a few other things that we got to do, and I've got other stuff inbound. So we are firing this back up. I am sorry for the absence. If you've hung around, I appreciate it. If you would, you know, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you would consider subscribing. I'm getting sort of close to my first goal that I ever had that has taken me, I don't know how long to get to, 50,000 subscribers. Subscribe to the channel as well. I would appreciate that. And as for the rest of it, glad to be back, but I am out of here.